Come.
For the next tier list. Trait tier list. Because I wanted to do the trait tier list. First off, we have Amp. I love Amp as a concept. I think Amp was a really cool trait that could have done wonders. The issue with Amp is it's too tied to Strategist. So I'm gonna move it to A. I think Amp is a really cool concept. I like the idea of having more units on the board, makes it to where your ability for those units are better. I like that. The problem is, Strategist's bitch ass comes in, and you have to play this board with Amp. I don't remember a single board that was Amp that didn't have Strategist in it. They fit too well, and it's like so weird, and I don't like that. There's also like a board that had open slots for other units, so you'd play like a Garen or a Zac, and it's just, I like Amp, I just wish it was more flexible and could play into other comps. Because it really doesn't. Like, when are you playing Anima Squad with Yuumi carry, and you're going for like Amp, like 5 Amp on Anima Squad? Never. Or like 3 Amp even. Like, or when are you playing Amp with like Exotech for Nefiri, or Amp for like Annie with Golden Ox? Like, you're not really doing that. There's not really any comps outside of this where you would use Amp, and so it just felt not very good. So I like Amp a lot as a concept. I kind of wish it just wasn't so dependent on Strategist, which is why I'm gonna put them together, because I feel like if you try to separate them, it just doesn't work for Amp at least. Strategist is good in general, so I'm gonna keep it in there regardless. But Anima Squad. This makes me sad, because I actually really like playing Anima Squad. I think the issue with Anima, though, is, like, they wanted a vertical where, like, the star level of your traits or champs affected how strong the weapons were. But I don't think there was a single time where playing, like Starry Night Anima Squad would make sense. To get 3-star, like, Silas, Seraphine, Alawi, Vayne. I don't think that was, like, ever, like, a thing that you'd want to do. And so I feel like if you're gonna make a vertical that involves 3-starring units, number one, you should probably have your 2-cost, 1-cost, or 3-cost, like one of them, be a really good carry that you can play. Because there's no one really on Anima Squad where if you have 7 Anima, that's like a lower star, like a 1-cost or 2-cost or a 3-cost, that if you 3-star is a good carry. You know, if there isn't. Like, Yuumi 3 is good, but a lot of her power comes from Amp, and so you're not going to play 7 Anima and then play, like, 2 more Amp units. Like, what? You're going to play 7 Anima with, like, Annie and Samira? Like, that? No. You're not going to do that. That's just weird. And it's just, I kind of wish that, if you're going to make a vertical that, like, the star level of the champs matter, like, for the strength of the board, in the sense of, like, for the trait, I think you should make it more geared towards a reroll comp rather than just have Xayah and Leona as your carry anyways. Because, like, if you're playing Anima Squad, it's always the 4 and 5 cost, and yet the trait is supposed to be about 2-starring and 3-starring your units, you know? So, I like the concept. I kind of wish they just, like, didn't make it a level 8 board then. Like, you know, it should be a reroll board if your trait's power is based off star level. Anyways, that's just what I think. Bastion. I like Bastion, but not really. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite frontline trait, to be honest. No, it's not. It's second. I like Bastion. I think Bastion's good. I like Renekton, obviously, and I like Sejuani. So I think it's a really good trait. It had a lot of, like, really good comps with, like, Long Croc and Exotech, but I like it. It's good. It's good. It's just good. I mean, honestly, it could go B. It's just good. It's, like, not fantastic, but it's good. Boombot, super fun. Boombot's super fun. Like, it's such a cool trait. It just kind of sucks that, it was very, like, rarely doable, barring, like, specific instances, or, like, now with, like, Urgot. But there wasn't a lot of, like, comps that you could do Boombot hardcore, like, with, unless you, like, got specific, like, augments, like Boombot +1 or something. So, kind of sucks a little bit, but it was a really fun trait to play when you could. Bruiser, I think, is definitely the worst of the 3 frontlines. Probably like a long shot, in all honesty. It wasn't even close. I mean, like, there was some, like, bruiser metas, but not really. And even then, like, they weren't that good compared to Bastion and Vanguard. Vanguard has been consistently good this whole set. So, I just don't think bruiser's that great. Cyberboss, I love Cyberboss. I love Cyberboss. I love Vagar, like I said. I love Cyberboss as a concept. It was a really fun comp. In general, just a really, really, really fun trait. I like Cyberboss a lot. Cypher! I did not like Cypher. I'm gonna say it. I didn't like Cypher. I'm not good at the game, and you can yell at me for that. I don't care. No. But, don't care. Didn't like Cypher. Did not like Cypher this set. I mean, I'm not really, like, against the Lost Streak augments, or the Lost Streak traits, but did not like Cypher. It was obviously really broken, but I also don't have the actions per minute to do it. I just suck. That's it. Fuck you. But it was also overpowered as shit, so bad. Badge. Divinicore. It's such a splat, like, okay, it has to be C, yeah. B. It's such a splash-in trait. Like, Vertical Divinicore was only good for, like, a little bit with Vex, and even then wasn't that good. Like, unless you had, like, Divinicore +1. But it's, like, it's a good trait. Like, it's, like, such a splash-in trait where you always play, like, a Roster, a Gragas, or a Morgana, right? So, like, you get, like, the bonus AP or armor. So it's good. But it's not higher than B. Dynamo? Dynamo's cool. I like Dynamo. Dynamo's really, really fun. It's just... The reason why it's not S is I feel like a lot of the units that were Dynamo, besides, like, Elise and Aurora, I guess, I guess I liked a lot of the Dynamo units. I just didn't like Dynamo as a trait. If that makes sense. It just felt weird. Like, it was either overpowered and always contested, or dog shit and never played. There was, like, no middle ground with it, usually. Executioners, I fucking hated this set. I'm really sad about that. I liked Rengar, like Rengar reroll. But I'm kind of sad because, like, I loved Ambushers last set. But, like, this set, Executioners just feel really bad. Like, just the trait. Like, you're not doing, like, you never do vertical Executioner, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you're not going for 5 Executioner. You're always doing, like, 2, like, Urgot Vex. So, I just didn't like it. I'm like, I want to do, like, all 5. I want to get an Executioner +1 and then drop Graves and do Rengar, Varus, Vex, Urgot. But, like, it wasn't good. I think it's largely because, like, the 5 is durability. Oh, whoops. The 5 is durability, but you only have 2 frontline Executioners. You have Rengar and Varus, or Rengar and Graves. What's the point, then? Nope. Exotech was probably one of my favorite verticals, if not my favorite of the 3 of Exo, Anima, and Street Demon, the 10s. The one thing I kind of wish they could make a little better is obviously, like, what items you get defines if you can play it or not, which kind of sucks. Right? Like, if you have Hyperfang, Hollow Bow, and, like, Repulsor Lantern, you're probably not going Exotech, which kind of blows. But besides that, I really loved Exotech. I thought it was really fun. There's a lot of cool augment combinations you can do with it. It's just a really fun comp. Garen S. If I'm putting Garen S, I'm putting his trait S. God of the Net is really cool. It was really cool. I like the concept. I like the idea of being able to print mods and put it on other units. It allows for interesting combos. Just very exciting overall. Golden Ox, also S. Very fun. Not very good for a large part of the set, other than if you got, like, really good high rules, but it's a fun trait. Very, very fun. Marksman, B. Middle of the pack. It was good. It was a consistent comp until the very last set, and then became kind of busted, and it was a little annoying, but very fun. Very, very fun, consistent trait that you could, like, if you couldn't hit your board because you saw you were contested by everyone else, you could go to Marksman and it would work out. Nitro, fuck this. I tried. You cannot, like, the amount of times I tried to make Nitro work is insane, and it just did not feel good. That's it. It did not feel good. It felt bad. It felt poopy. It felt gross. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm incorrect on that, but it just did not feel fun to play. it was like, it was supposed to be a reroll comp, but the only time it actually was like meta was when it was used as tempo. I don't know. I just didn't like it. It was not fun to play reroll with this shit, and I'm kind of mad because it's supposed to be a reroll comp. Renekton. I'm just gonna put Renekton's thing in A because I like Renekton. I think I put Renekton like A or B. What did I put Renekton in? A. Yeah. So Renekton's A. Then it's that simple. I'm just gonna put their like wherever they were on this. I'll actually put Zac now S. I like Zac as well. I like Zac's blob trait as well. I thought that was really cool and really unique. So pretty straightforward. Rapid fire. Barring rapid fire Renekton, rapid fire wasn't that great. Like 4 marksman had its uses, 4 dynamo had its uses, right? Rapid fire, the only time you played 6 rapid fire is if you got rapid fire +1 and you played Renekton. Or Zed as well. But other than that, you really never played rapid fire other than 2, and that was just because like you're playing Zeri and Exo or something, or like Kog'Maw reroll with Vanguards. So, not really my favorite. It wasn't like a terrible trade, just wasn't my favorite. Same thing with like Slayer. I was not a huge fan of Slayer reroll. I tried to make it work. I just did not have fun playing it. Personally, it was not my favorite. Viego, I put Viego in B. I'm putting his trait in B. Strategist already put in. Street Demon. I like Street Demons. I like KDA as well from set 11 when I played like the revival and all that. I thought that was fun as well. I like Street Demon as a trait. I just did not like the units, I think, as much this set as I would have liked. I played Street Demon quite a bit at the beginning of the set, but Brand just felt so frustrating to play sometimes. Like you'd be like your Brand would execute like excuse me. Yeah, the econ management with Nitro does feel gross. I agree with that. But the thing is, Brand, I don't want to go to another Brand. I like Street Demon as a trait. I did not like Brand as the carry. Like, you would kill like 6 units with Brand, and then it would take another 3 to 5 business days to ult, and you'd lose. And you're just like, what the fuck? It just was bad. I didn't like it. I mean, I like Vanguard a lot. Vanguard's gonna be going on here in a second, but I just didn't like Slayer. Syndicate, I thought Syndicate was fun. I like Syndicate's concept as well. I just kind of wish it had more units. I feel like Syndicate would have been a much cooler 10 trait, in my opinion, than like Anima even. Maybe have Anima be like the 7, and make it like a reroll comp, and then have like Syndicate be like the 10. I thought that'd be kind of interesting. Maybe I'm crazy. That's probably like a bad take, but I don't care. I think it'd be kind of fun. I like Syndicate's hat like idea. I like the concept of having like people that you choose that have like specific unique like abilities. I really like that a lot. So I really like Syndicate. Techie. I mean, listen, Techie was just sorcerers from... Hello? We're back. Techie was just sorcerer from last set, basically. I don't think there was much of a difference, which is kind of funny. Because last set, they changed sorcerer from 8 to 6, and they said that they were going to stop doing the 8 like traits for non-origin like classes, and then they did it again. So I don't know, but it's basically just sorcerer. I mean, I liked it. I liked Techie reroll. I thought Techie reroll was fun. I think it could have been better, but I thought it was fun. Again, I just really didn't like Brand's ult, and I think that's gonna be the primary issue with me. So Vanguard was the best frontline trait, in my opinion. It was consistently good the whole set. I don't think there was a single time, I shouldn't say there wasn't a single time, but there wasn't many times where Vanguard was like a bad frontline trait to go. You know? It was always a consistently good frontline trait to play. So yeah, and then Zac, I already talked about, is this. But yeah. This is the trait set, Jesus, this is the set 14 trait tier list.